This is fun. Yeah. This is fun.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Topic Time at Area 58. It's been a few months. It's great to be back. And we have an awesome guest today. We're going to LA with a lovely actress named Lisa French. And she was referred to me by one Joel Blazinski, Reverend Joel Blazinski of New Jersey, who I had on the show here back a few months ago.
Yay!
Yay, Joel. Okay, thank you, Joel.
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, yeah, woo was right. But before I get there, I got to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So, we have the Bakeville Smoke Shop in Lakeville. Kind of rhymes there like that. We have Giorgio's House of Pizza in Carver, right down the road here on Route 58. Just got a new owner. We have Good Old Dave's Automotive, also on Route 58 in Hanson, going the other way. We have Hairway to Heaven Family Hair Salon in Norwell. We have the law office of Stephanie Konarski in Pembroke. We have Curtis Car Care in Middleborough. We have Haircuts by Laurie Murray, a new haircutter down the road in Carver. We have Equestrians Anonymous, Attack Store, not to be confused with Attack. Attack meaning what they use for horses, called it's Attack Store for the horse addicted. Quality used tack, saddles, equipment, showing clothing, essentials, and gifts for the horse, hound, and human. Right down the road on here on 58 in Carver on Route 58. We have Rose Jewelers in Kingston, rocking the South Shore in custom design for 29 years. We have Outback Arms in Plimpton. We have New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We have the Nemasket Olive Oil Company, the finest olive oil in Middleborough, the finest olive oil anywhere in Middleborough. We have the Berry Guys Farm Stand Deli and Dairy. The Berry Guys Farm Stand Deli and Bakery down the road in Carver, also Route 58. And we have Tom Otto in Middleborough. I want to thank you guys very much. And now Lisa French, lift your face up because you're kind of dark there, but there you go. When you lift your face up and hold, there you go, a little back a little bit.
Okay.
She goes, look, yeah, that'll work. Okay.
Good try.
Yeah, you kind of want to get the light from the window, kind of just sort of like grazing your contours, and that'll work.
You know, probably the best I can do is if I just open this all the way too, probably.
Yeah, try that. Let's see if that works.
Just to get more light.
Okay. It's a very good idea.
Guess I can still see.
Oh yeah. Now you're bringing in more light. That's good. As long as that should work.
Okay.
Now sit down and see if that works. Okay, hang on. Oh yeah, all right, it's fine.
I just think it's that time of the day and the way the building is.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, keep your face close because you have a very nice face and it's nice to, all right, so, all right, Lisa, so thank you for doing my show today.
Thank you for having me.
You're an actress and you live in LA. Are you from LA originally, or are you one of the people that migrated out west to go find your dream?
I migrated out there back in '92.
Okay, from where?
Michigan.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you've been there for 33 years. Obviously, it's working out for you. You've had some pretty cool roles, right?
Well, you know, it's really been up and down, and the hardest thing here is actually seeing something come to fruition.
To fruition? What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of things that I've done, a lot of projects I've been involved in, and it never seems to get finished.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know. It's either budgeting, running out of money, or having to do. Sometimes the writers will not agree with each other, and they'll just shut a project down.
Wow. Okay. Now I try to give advice to my guests that will help them out. What about the idea of maybe you writing a film script and rounding up some people? Obviously, you've obviously worked with quite a few people since you've been out there, right? For the last 33 years.
Yeah, I mean, your mind is totally where I'm at right now. That's exactly where I'm at, and that's why I'm happy that I was given this platform by you, so that I could talk about this.
Okay, all right. Well, let's. What I do with every guest, we're going to talk about all, what your intentions are, what your hopes are, and how we can make them, materialize the way you want them. Well, the first thing I want to do, which I do with every guest, is I try to profile you, like what you were like as a kid. You grew up in Michigan. Whereabouts? In Detroit or somewhere else?
I came from a small town called Metamora, And
Okay,
it was somewhere between like I was with Pontiac and Flint, between
okay.
those two places. I grew up in a small town. I had two brothers, my mom and dad, of course. Um, it was a great childhood. We were very spoiled. We got to do everything. We would go camping. We would go to the movies. We would get our toys and go play outside. It was great where I grew up. There was an old railroad track, and it had been the track was gone. It was just the gravel, so we played on that all the time. And just the land, it was so beautiful. It was so green. We had like 3 to 4 acres.
Okay, were you living on a farm?
Well, like a little mini farm, you
Okay.
know.
Did you
My
raise,
dad,
did you raise horses and chickens and stuff?
my dad had free range everything running around the yard. It
Okay,
was Heartbreak City with the street out in the front. Every time I turned around, one of our pets was getting hit in the road.
oh, it's terrible, that's awful. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, it was. And sometimes we even saw this happen. But yeah, my dad, he just had these animals just running wild all over.
Wow, well, I love animals, but if you're gonna have them on a farm, you gotta fence them in so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it was a very different time back then. And I don't agree with a lot of things that happened, but I was just a kid. And this is what,
Yeah, right.
this is what I saw. So yeah, it was, but it was what it was. And it was a lot of fun.
Okay, all right, well, what did you aspire to? Did you do any acting back then? Did you do
I
music, modeling,
Well, I
athletics?
remember doing things in junior high and even like grade school, being in plays and doing stuff like that.
Okay, you wanna talk
And
about the plays? Tell me about some of the plays you did. What roles did you have?
oh, well, probably the most famous one. I played the witch in Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, wow. You know something,
Yeah.
I can see that, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but I can see that that would be a good role for you.
Well,
You're pretty witch, you're like the witch a woman from the Eagles song. Remember that one?
witchy woman.
Well, oh, witch a woman. Oh, witch a woman. If you ever watched Seinfeld, that was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Seinfeld.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember. I know the kids that not threw into the oven at the end of the show. I remember that.
Yeah, and that was the thing with me. I had always liked action and a little bit of violence. And so I thought, oh my gosh, I have to be the witch because I want to get pushed in the oven. I want to get pushed and get burned alive by these kids.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, my mind was very warped.
Okay. Well, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. All our minds are warped. We don't know why we don't even know why we exist in this universe. That in and of itself is warped. But that's why we try to make the most of it. Stuff
Yeah.
like this. Okay. All right. So when did you went out to Michigan in 1992? I mean, you went out to LA in 1992. What
Yeah.
prompted you to go out there?
I was just, I really wasn't doing much with myself, and I just felt like I didn't belong there. And it was just like, I felt like I was suffocating. Everybody was doing the same thing. My friends were all just getting these random jobs, and they'd have their boyfriends, and I just wanted something different.
Okay.
And
Did you know it when you went out? Well, let me ask you this. When you went out to LA, did you actually know anyone out there yet or not?
no, I didn't. I didn't know anyone. I called. I had gotten a magazine, and I just looked for like places where they might help teens or something like that. And they had this place called Covenant House.
Oh, wait, the Covenant House, isn't that like a shelter or something?
Yes, it is. And it was at the time, it was in Hollywood on West Sunset and Western.
Okay.
They were there, and I came out. I talked to them, and they had that shelter, so I didn't know where else to go. So I thought, well, I'll just go out there and just throw myself at their mercy and see what happens. Because they told me that they had a program where there were a lot of young people like me, and they help them find jobs and do things. And so that was my plan. I had $100, and I got on the Greyhound,
Wow.
and yeah, I came out here.
Well,
That
that's
yeah,
a very
that's
unusual.
very-
That's a very unusual way to seek success in acting is to go to a shelter for homeless people or addicts or whatever.
Well, it wasn't really a homeless shelter. It was for it was basically a place where young people and they
I know, like runaways, right?
everywhere.
Yeah, wow.
There was even a fellow Michigander of mine there.
Oh, okay, so you actually met someone you knew, and that's a good thing because I always say everything happens for a reason, and that's sounds like
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I only remember him from for a moment though, back in '93, because what he wanted to do was very different than
Okay.
what I had in mind.
Well, I got to tell you, that was I always like hearing stories of people doing unorthodox things, and that is definitely as unorthodox as it gets.
Yeah, but it was a very nice place. They fed you. They had a cafeteria where you ate. You had a bedroom that you shared with one other roommate.
Okay.
And they helped you find a job. And within the first month I was there, I had a job.
What doing what?
I was working in the telephones. Do you remember the 900 numbers that were so big in the late 80s and 90s?
Are you talking about the chat for fun lines?
They were the party lines.
Oh yes.
They were
I
party
knew them.
lines where everybody would be talking.
I cannot remember how I didn't remember until you mentioned that because I actually back in 1990 I actually spent maybe $200 on one of those lines and it was a ripoff. But that's because I didn't, I thought to myself, how am I going to make a love connection on this line if whoever I'm talking to was thousands of miles away?
Yeah, that's true. It was.
What were you, an operator?
Yeah, I would answer the calls, and because I had what it took to do it.
Yeah.
So I would answer the calls, and I would talk to everybody, and there were other things I was doing on the lines as well, and it was its own monopoly at the time. It really was.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I have. It's funny you should mention that because I haven't heard it. I haven't heard those lines were advertised on TV constantly, and lately I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard. I haven't heard any ads for those lines in like 25 years or longer.
Yeah, they died out.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Now, of course, the internet really, took precedence over talking on the phone. Now we got this. Which is
and you have a lot more competition now too.
Exactly. But what about now? Are you? You have children? Are you married, or were you ever?
No.
Okay,
No.
Yeah, me either.
I was very smart about that. That's the one thing I was smart about.
Yeah, you are smart.
Well, actually, but now that later in life, I'm a lot more content with myself now,
Okay.
and I feel better about myself than ever. And so that's why I've adopted some of my little children, some of my ghoulish little children. Like,
Talking about pets, right?
well, I'm talking about my junior here.
Oh, that's right. You like
My little
both of those-
baby.
Yeah. You're the macabre mama. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, I love my monsters and my creatures.
That's a beautiful house you got, by the way. I don't know. It's not the Covenant house, right?
Oh no, you're talking like 30 years ago.
Right. This has got your own house.
Yeah, 30 years ago. Yeah, that was when I first came out here and I had nothing. So
Wow. But you obviously, what I'm saying, you made it work. Well, what are you currently working on now?
right now what I do, because anytime you're in the entertainment industry, unless you have a foundation there,
Right.
you can't rely on it. So I am a guidance counselor.
Oh, really? A school?
I actually work outreach at several different buildings.
Okay.
And I just guide people to the right directions of what they may need. Sometimes people may need a doctor. Sometimes they may need, therapy, shelter, all kinds of things.
That's awesome. Now, did you have to get schooled for that? Trained in a school, and if so, what was it? And if not,
I never did. I was very lucky because when I came out here, it was really easy to get away with doing things and not having the proper documentation to back it up, let's say.
Okay.
It was a lot different back then. I just started volunteering, and through volunteering, I started, I have this great job now. I never took any classes. I never went to school. I didn't even finish high school.
You didn't finish high. Wow, amazing.
I didn't finish high school.
Well, now doing what you do now, do you meet people? Do you talk to people? Do the people come to you because, I mean, you don't assign people, they assign, people get assigned to you and you point them in the right direction.
Exactly. Like a doctor will assign them to me, or they'll call and they'll make the appointment, and obviously, they'll get assigned to see me. So I never know who it is. It's very random.
Oh, of course. Wow. Well, are you doing anything in film acting at all currently, or have you?
I have had some things going, but like I said, I'm trying to get it going, and that's why I'm at the point right now to where I've been thinking a lot about some people on social media who I think have some very great ideas.
Okay.
And
Oh, I'm one of them.
And well, there you go. And how great it would be to get these people together. But the crazy thing is, they're all on the East Coast. Here I am in Hollywood,
Right.
and I'm looking at people on the East Coast because I don't know. I'm clicking with them more.
Well, you know what? You were willing to migrate to Hollywood 33 years ago, and so obviously you don't have a problem traveling. Maybe it might be a good idea to you to come east now. Well, I could work with you, whatever. I don't know. It might be kind of cool. That's just a thought.
Yeah, I have so many thoughts, and like I said, this is my first time being able to throw it out somewhere.
Right. Okay. No, that's good. I'm glad. You have never been on TV. Now, I asked you before, did you do music as a kid? I know you did acting. Did you do any sports, anything like that?
No, I was lazy. I didn't do, I was the last one running the track in the gym.
Okay. Me too.
Yeah, really? Well, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I love sports, but I have my own little baseball game I play in my living room every day. I don't know if we talk about that on social media a lot. I don't want to focus on myself too much because you're the one I'm interviewing, but it is amazing that without a high school diploma, you still managed to land a pretty significant occupation doing what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, it never held me back. It never held me back.
Wow. You never experienced any, you never had any, BS with, people harassing you at work or anything like that? If you didn't want to talk about it, that's fine, but I'm just, somebody like you who did so many things in an unusual way, I would think might have issues like that, but it sounds like you don't, which is great.
Well, there's always these issues that come up,
Of course.
the most difficulty and the most, I have had, it's been very difficult. How do I say this? Interacting with men.
Really?
Yeah, it really has, because just recently, actually, there was someone who I don't know, I see around once in a while in kind of the same circles.
Okay.
And he's a director. He wouldn't have directed anything you've heard of. I mean, I don't know how.
Okay, he's an indie film director. I get it. Okay.
Right, and he had sent me a message, and for some reason I was feeling like, well, maybe I'll just kind of, just reach out. What can it hurt? And so he said he had a contest going on.
Okay.
And he asked me if I would be interested. He would be able to get me he said something that let me know that I would pretty much kind of have, a little head start in the competition or whatever was going on here.
Okay.
And so he sends me this link, and I'm thinking that, it's something, I have no idea, but I wasn't expecting what he sent me.
Okay.
He sent me these, what he wanted me to do in the videos that he had sent me with two other women was lift up my top and expose my breasts and say his name and why I think I have the best breasts in the world or something like that.
Yeah, I guess you didn't do it, right?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
I mean, at first I just kind of laughed it off, because this is a kind of a theme throughout my life, guys behaving this way.
I know.
I was thinking maybe that I was older and he seems about my age or so, it would be something a little more professional. So I was actually, I laughed it off, but it's offensive. It's very offensive
Oh, yeah, I know.
that somebody would just think of me like some young 20-year-old girl who just, wants to have a good time. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
I know. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Okay, well, so you made a good choice. You snubbed them, which is good.
yeah, I just,
Okay, good. All right. All right. Well, but the one thing you do have is one thing you have going for you, you're a pretty woman. I don't know how old you are, but I mean, I don't know. I might have guessed 20 something, but I would never ask you to do a Girls Gone Wild video, which is what it sounds like you wanted.
well, yeah, it's like, my aspirations are pretty much same in the place as him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want, yeah. So in that way, I can kind of make a comparison, but it's just,
What about the other? What about the two? You said he mentioned two other girls too. Did you know them, or did he just want?
no, I don't. They were just two random girls in a video. I don't.
You didn't. I got. All right. All right, well,
I didn't recognize them, and I
okay.
think that's the whole theme of the thing. Just a bunch of girls out there who want to make a quick buck, and
Right. I understand.
if I was in my 20s, I probably would do it. But yeah.
Okay. No, I don't listen. You got to do what you got to do, and you know what your limits are, and that's good. That's great. All right. Well, because what I'm thinking is that you obviously right now in life you're doing pretty well, but now what I want to know is what are your goals for the future? What do you think? Anything new that you want to do in the next?
Yeah, my goals
years?
for the future are.
What do you see yourself in 5 years, for instance?
I just want to have one nice project.
Okay.
Going. That's all I really want is to complete one, to be able to do that. And, and to be able to have the crew that that I think that would make this work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought of something. I noticed you have a lot of little dolls that you like to display every day. And and I noticed too that you like certain like old classic films, like songs. Like what was that song you were posting on Facebook about? What was that? I can't remember it, but I saw it on Facebook today. It was a song that you posted that you were singing. Or you liked. I don't remember what it was, but it was a song I liked too. I just don't remember what it was. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Was it like your last Facebook post after? It was even after.
It was on a post, or it was.
Yeah, it looked like you were singing. It was a song that you like or something on your Facebook page. What I'm thinking is this: those puppets you have. Why don't you try doing like a puppet show and making a YouTube video with it? What do you think of that?
Well, I'm sure if I did, they would definitely be in it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You want them in it. You'd be doing and maybe get some people to help you out with it. I bet you'd be. I mean, that would be so. You're so unique and unorthodox for what you do. That would be something that, and of course, I'd be happy to take credit for giving you the idea. But I think you could go a long way with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of really fun and interesting guys that are on social media that I think would be really great to do something with.
Okay.
And, yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I could try.
Are you talking about a dating thing, or are you talking about? I mean,
I'm talking about making a movie.
Making a movie, okay. All right, nothing. I forget dating. All right, so what I'm saying is, do something creative with the puppets. I bet that and you get some of those guys and women too to come and help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's I've been on social media, and the one thing I've learned on there is not to be too social.
I understand, but if you get social media, I mean, you've done what you can on social media. You want people to come in person to work with you.
Yeah, it's much better when you meet people in person.
Of course it is. Yeah, and
it is. It's much better.
Yeah, I know, and I can tell you got a good gift of gab. You know how to talk to people, and you're very good at it. Well, Lisa, I hope you had fun talking to me within the final 5 minutes of completing the show.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you invited me to be here and that Joel was on here and he.
How did you know? Yeah, I know. I'm so glad too, and I was thinking to myself, I remember when I saw you, I said, I definitely want to get her on the show as soon as, because remember when Joel did the show back in May, I think it was May, around Memorial Day.
Yeah, it was a while.
I saw you gave it a like, and I said, I got to get her on the show, and here you are. So it took a few months, but I always say everything happens for a reason and when it's meant to. So that's, so it worked out great.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's very nice talking to you. I don't talk to many people who have an accent.
I'm in the Boston area.
Accent. Yeah.
Well, if you ever want to come, if you ever want to visit the area, I'll give you a guided tour if you want. I'm here. I don't know if you ever been to New England before. This is a pretty nice area.
Yeah.
And so what I want you to, if that's up to you, you figure it out. You got my contact info. But first thing I want you to do is give shouts out to people that are going to see the show, because a lot of people are going to see it.
Yeah. So,
You sound Joel if you want. We both know
well, yeah, Joel J. Blonsky, that's for sure.
him. Yeah.
I have to give a shout out to him. And let me see, I have to give a shout out to my mom.
Okay.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Mine too.
And let's see, I really want to give a shout out to my friend Lindstrom, who is always there fixing everything that I need to have fixed.
Is that the one who helped you this afternoon getting this going?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
And the one who usually takes my photos every time I need them taking somewhere. So, yeah, so that's a lot that Lindstrom does for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I definitely want to say a shout out there. And I want to say a shout out to, let's see here, Stefan. I want to say a shout out to Jason Van Voorhis. I want to say a shout out to my mind is going to go blank.
Okay. All right. Well, so you did a great job with me, and if you know any of these people that want to do my show, give them my digits and we'll get them on if they want to do it. I just like that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, when I can remember their names.
Just a quick question: Have you ever done have you ever tried modeling? You're pretty girl. I mean,
I've done a little bit of everything. Actually, it was just a couple of years ago when I did some modeling. I did a runway show. That was a lot of fun.
I'm glad I asked because I wouldn't. I'm glad even though I saved the best for last. Then.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I mean, what I mean by that is I did something that's a pleasant surprise because I didn't know that you did that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. There's so many things, so many things. It's just my mind just goes all over the place.
Right, I know it is. That's why I try to ask questions. I try to ask questions to figure out where your mind is and where and how it got and where you're at. All right, well, look, we're gonna wrap the show up. If you stick around in my tech guy, I'll take a pic for Facebook and I'll tag you in it.
Okay, yeah.
All right, he's coming. Yeah, the thing's going to end in a few minutes anyway. All right. Well, you did a great job with me.
Okay, well, thank you.
I already asked you what your plans are for the next few years. And if you ever come to Boston, if you ever want to, I could show you around. And if you ever want, if you ever decide to migrate in this direction, the fall's coming. It's a beautiful time of year here. The leaves turn pretty. It's a pretty nice weather day today too. We already got nice cool breeze off the ocean coming up.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it's a beautiful state, and
you ever been here, Massachusetts?
I haven't.
Okay, well that's
Massachusetts. What is that known for? Wasn't that where the witch trials were way back in the days?
Yes, it was.
Salem.
I have Salem. I have relatives there. They're all witches. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm very interested. So you're my guide if I come there for sure.
You know it. All right. Well, so here we're gonna wrap the show up, and my tech guy is gonna do a pic for Facebook. All right.
Okay.
He's coming back in. All right, folks. Another great Talking Time episode on the roll. We're gonna move it along, and more great shows to come. Stay tuned. Wrapping up and snapping out. There we go. Rachel, look up.
Yes.
Here we go.
June.
That's beautiful.
Got Junior in there, dude.
Oh, I love
it. Yeah, I gotta do it like you though.
That's it. I'm going your way.